I'm going to be honest with you guys, I've had a lot of shit on my mind lately, and as you know, throttle therapy can be some of the best therapy there is, so tonight we're just going to go for a quick sunset cruise, try to get my mind off things, talk to you guys about what's been going on, and see what we can get into. The vroom vroom make the hurt go away.
Perfect.
Welcome back to Life of Burch. This is Burch, and we're downtown Annapolis right now. You've probably seen this spot before, especially if you've seen any of my live videos before, because I started the last one off down here. It's just too beautiful of a location to not reuse for another video. Alright, so like I said, I've just had a lot of stuff going on in life and in my head, and honestly, I didn't really have the motivation to make a video today, but if I'm going to put a video out on Sunday, like I promised myself I would, then it's what has to happen. I'm going to do kind of like a deep dive with you guys, talking about some of the stuff that's been going on in my life, my divorce. Some of you know about that, some of you don't, so we'll talk about that a little bit, talking about big changes I have coming up in life, and talk about just kind of like lack of motivation and what it takes to find motivation, and sometimes this is part of it, just getting out and riding and clearing your head the best way that you know how. I was gonna do like some back road riding or something like that. I did a little bit of it on the way to downtown Annapolis, but if I'm being honest, I was riding a little bit too aggressive. So a little PSA, if you're emotional, it's probably best to not get on a bike unless you are self-aware enough to know when it's happening and be able to control it, because I was definitely getting some. Alright, so let me just start off by saying that I appreciate the fact that you guys allow me to be vulnerable with you guys. It's not always easy, and that's not kind of what I intended when I started this channel, but sometimes I feel like the kind of Dear Diary, here's what's going on in my life kind of things connect with you guys on a level that I never even imagined, so I'm going to share it with you guys, and hopefully you don't mind. Now, some of you guys might remember this time last year, maybe a little bit over a year ago, I kind of fell off the face of the planet and wasn't posting for a while, and then when I popped back up, I had a video explaining that I was going through a divorce, and I feel like there's been lots of questions about that lately, especially with the videos that I've been making with Nina in them, because lots of people are like, oh, I thought he was married, or what's going on here, because maybe you haven't gotten an update since then. So essentially, this time last year, the short version is I was married for, I guess, like a year and a half, something like that. We were together for 4 or 5 years, and long story short, I came home from work one day, and she had every single thing that she owned packed up in her car, and I came in, and she was like, I'm leaving you, you need to transfer me half of the money in our account, you're going to transfer the car into my name, and you're keeping the cat. And I've only seen her once or twice since then. That's obviously the shortened version. I'm not saying that to make it sound like she's the only bad one in this situation. Like, obviously, there was whatever going on that led up to it, and whatever. I'm as over it now as I can be. But that's the shortened version of the story for those of you who have been confused as to what was going on. Are you guys crossing the street? No? Okay. So, I say all of that to say that I'm actually technically still married. Even though that happened about a year ago, or a little over a year ago, there's still things that need to be cleared up. I was down here a second ago, and there are these sick BMWs. Okay. Ooh, there they are. Ooh, actually, I didn't even see that one. Look at how sick those are. Oh my gosh, so good. And then there's this E36 M3 here with the roll cage in it, looking all sexy. And there was another one down here that had gold wheels. I don't see it anymore, but I'll put in a little clip of it right here so you can see what I'm talking about, because that one was my favorite. But they were blocking up traffic a little bit, taking pictures. It was super sick. But anyway, I say all that to give you guys an update and not to like give you a sob story or anything, just to fill you in on what's been going on now. And the way that ties into everything now, ooh, green light. The way that ties into everything now is because I'm still finalizing all of that. The only thing that we have left to kind of separate or figure out is our house, or our condo that I live in now. When she left me with the condo, and I had to get it switched into my name. It was this whole like weird situation where like she was the only one on the loan, but we were both on the deed, obviously, so we have to get her taken off the deed and get the loan switched into my name. But the issue is that when that happened, it was right after the pandemic and everything like that. So I had been on unemployment because of the pandemic, and then I started back in in a restaurant, and for the 2 years prior to that, I was in real estate. So when it came time to get approved for the loan on my own, they were like, okay, well, you were in real estate, then you were on unemployment, and now you've been in restaurants for like a month. So essentially I had to wait, because I'm a tipped employee at the restaurant. In order for tipped income to count for a loan, you have to have proof of it for at least a year. So I had to wait a full year of being at my new job before any of that income could count towards my house. Hopefully that made sense. So now that it's been a full year, I was finally able to start the loan process, and that's getting finalized now. And I'm actually, so let's see, this video will be posted on Sunday. So if you guys watch this video on Sunday, I will be 2 days away from finally settling on buying the condo on my own, which is insane. I'm super proud of myself and blown away, especially given the fact that they couldn't even count my YouTube income for any of the loan stuff, because YouTube I would have had to show for at least 2 years of income and blah 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 blah. So just on my tips, I was able to qualify for the condo on my own. There were a bunch of hurdles I had to jump through. Obviously that happens with any house, but it was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. But that's not to say that there weren't a lot of headaches. And yeah, so that's been the main stressor, and part of the reason why I haven't been posting videos as much is because I've just been stressed out between that and then realizing that as soon as that's done, then we actually have to like finalize the divorce and everything like that. So just all that stress from that, I feel like I tend to only make videos when I'm in a good mood, because obviously you guys don't want to watch a channel where it's just somebody crying and bitching all the time. So I try to make sure that it's when I'm in a really good mood. Ooh, look at this Evo too. The front lip is all jacked up, but it looks good. Anyway, I try to do it when I'm in a good mood so you guys get good vibes and you get the high energy levels and everything like that. So I committed to doing a video every Sunday, and I've still been able to do that, but I haven't been able to do like the Wednesday or like midweek videos as much as I've wanted to, just because energy has been off, or I've been preoccupied with getting loan documents over and working, and that is the main thing that's been going on in my life. And obviously I'm sure you guys know, or actually probably maybe you don't know, I don't know, as a content creator, motivation I feel like is a big thing. You really have to kind of keep yourself motivated, because I feel like motivation isn't just a thing that like happens to you. Like you can't wait to have motivation to do something, or you'll be waiting forever. I heard a really good quote one time that was something along the lines of, most people think that action follows motivation, when in reality motivation follows action, meaning that the more that you do, the more motivation that you find, because your brain starts seeing like, hey, I can actually do this, I'm capable of this. I say all that to say just that like between all the stress and how busy I've been, and we're short-staffed at work, so I've been having to work more days than usual, it's just been hard to not find motivation, but drive myself to find the motivation myself, if that makes sense. That might not have made sense. I don't think it made sense, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying. So normally on days where I'd be like, you know what, it's a beautiful day, I'm getting out, I'm gonna make a video, and I'm just gonna find the motivation along the way. Instead, I find myself so like overwhelmed by all the stuff that I have to do, and like overwhelmed by the fact that I should have already been doing all that stuff, that I just sit on my ass sometimes and don't get it done. And then that just adds to like the anxiety of not having it done, because then I'm just like, dude, you're being a like, just get out there and do it. What are you doing? But then once you do it, you're like, wait, what? Like, here's the energy that I needed. Are you kidding me? Like, I've been trying to find the motivation to do this, but all I had to do was do it, and that will give me the motivation. I don't know if any of this is making sense. It's more of just a rambling, so hopefully it makes sense to you guys. I'm gonna go down here to give myself more motivation. You'll see why in a second. So this is an apartment complex in Annapolis, and it looks super cool now, and it did not always look that cool. It used to be run down and crappy and whatever, and an investor group bought it and renovated it and then put all the apartments back up, and I'm sure they're making a killing off of it. But I say that because like in my head I try to be smart with my money, and I know that the end goal is to have something like that where like I can have an apartment complex that is bringing me in enough money monthly that I don't have to care about having a job or what other people want me to do. Like that's even what YouTube's doing for me right now, is like I've been making about $1,800 a month on YouTube, and it's made me realize like, wow, I have a lot more freedom to do whatever the heck I want. So just like the idea of having an apartment complex that's like bringing in like $30,000 a month, you know what I mean? Like that's goals. So sometimes I drive past it just to be like, dude, if they could do it, why the hell can't I? Look at that little dog freaking out. I hate little dogs. That one was cute, but it's just like, dude, I will kick your dog. I won't actually. I don't know why I said that. Please don't come for me, PETA. It's a cute dog, but little yappy dogs, it's just like, dude, shut up. Like look at this big fluffer up here. He's a big fluffy boy, and I bet he won't even like care that I'm going by. See, he's the goodest boy, the big dogs. So I think I kind of got off track. Circling back to like the whole divorce thing, like I said, I was just giving you guys that as kind of an update, not as like a feel sorry for me thing. And I am a lot better than I was when it happened. I know I've seen lots of comments from you guys saying like, you know, dude, Burch seems so much happier right now compared to this time last year. It's just so good to see him happy and like spending time with Nina and riding a lot more. You can just tell he's so much happier. Comments like that honestly mean a lot more than you realize. Like reading through those is just like an absolute blessing, for lack of a better term. Just seeing that other people see how much happier I am kind of like validates that I made it through the storm. I'm still in the storm, but like the rain's letting up, you know what I mean? I say all of that to say that I kind of told that story also as a way to just be like, if you guys are going through it gets better. I've gotten messages from at least a handful of people that have been like, hey man, like I remember watching your old videos and seeing how sad you were and all the you were going through, and now seeing how happy you are. Like I'm going through the same thing right now, and seeing that you're happier now kind of gives me hope that it does get better. And like that's why I do this channel. It's cool talking about bikes, it's cool like showing you guys my bikes and everything, but like I don't know, there's just something about like the connection that I have with lots of you guys that like that is why I do it. Quick little swerve to miss those bumps. So yeah, if you're going through some right now, I know what it feels like to feel like you're never gonna get through something or it's never gonna get better, but I promise you it does. Like it definitely does. It might not be tomorrow, it might not be next month, it might not be next year, but it does get better. Maybe I'm just giving you guys encouragement so that I feel encouraged. Isn't it funny how that works sometimes? And then other times you gotta absolutely let her rip to feel better. Okay, that was a decent power wheelie. I doubt you'll be able to tell from the video, but I think it was in second gear. It definitely lifted up. She rips. That's what I was saying about throttle therapy. Sometimes you just gotta get on the bike and let her rip, and it just makes everything better. The vroom vroom make the hurt go away. Alright, so I feel like that's really all I got for you guys today. I really just needed to make this video for me, honestly. Like, not to sound selfish, I feel like I just needed to get out on the bike and ride just for my own sanity and my own peace of mind. I thought it would be cool to kind of bring you guys along so you guys could listen to me vent a little bit and hear about what's going on in my life, because I know lots of you really do care, which is just crazy to see. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for listening. Hopefully I gave you guys some motivation or some hope or something like that. And yeah, stay tuned. I got a new part coming in for the bike, hopefully in the next 2 days, so you guys will definitely be seeing an install video on that. You guys know how hard it's been to find parts for these things, so I'm stoked to have found this specific part, and I'll just say that it will help Nina out a lot, so maybe that gives you some insight as to what it is. Not only that, but like I said, I'm buying my condo in I guess when you guys see this video it'll be 2 days away, and I'm gonna make a video about that, kind of like a day in the life kind of thing, probably. Actually, I don't know, I might take the bike. I'll probably take the bike. Why would I not take this awesome motorcycle to go buy my first house, technically? So yeah, that's some of the stuff to look forward to. Thanks so much for watching, and of course shout out to the Patreon fam. We have I think 23 of you now, which is insane to me. When I started it, I did not think that within the first like month or so that I would have 23 people supporting the channel that way, so it's just incredible seeing all that support. If you guys want to donate to the Patreon, definitely check out the link in the description, or check out patreon.com/lifeofburch. I don't know why I said or, it's the same exact link, it's just one option you click it, the other option you type it in. And of course, other than that, the typical YouTuber spiel: like, comment, subscribe,
obliterate the subscribe button,
all that kind of good stuff. Thanks so much for listening, thanks so much for the support, love you guys, peace.